Alright, here we go. Set 3 of me and Sid's semi-final of our in-house men's league. And we split the first 2 sets. If you haven't seen those videos, I recommend you go watch those to kind of feel the build-up and the flow of the match up to this point. But it's starting off at 40-15 because we actually missed the footage of the first couple of points of the set. So apologies for that, but there's just me kind of winning the rally over there and going up 1-love to start the third set. Oh, yo, that's a pretty sick passing shot. Basically, the momentum had swung, like Sid had all the momentum, was up 3-1 in the second set, and I had managed to kind of claw back the momentum and come back to win that set 6-4. And heading into this set, I had the momentum, and in my mind I was just thinking, you know, like I have the momentum, I just need to not get tight, and I should be able to keep it. So I just wanted to play every point, try get a little looser, because I did kind of like get into lockdown rally mode to kind of bring myself back in, but at this point I felt Sid fatiguing a little bit. I was more confident because I was winning points, and I was starting to do more stuff like that, like take second serve returns kind of super early in the court and just try to be very aggressive, and really just try to like keep my foot on the gas really. And there, like, I feel like I definitely was starting to make a bit more, like a few more errors compared to when I go into lockdown mode, but I'm also hitting kind of nice. Like that's a pretty aggressive angle that I took, which won the point. I was not hitting shots like that when, you know, I really went into lockdown / pusher mode. I don't like to call it pusher mode, I like to call it lockdown mode. And yeah, I mean, the thing I was still saying to myself that I carried from the second set was that I'm willing to, and again, this is, I'm not saying this literally, but that I was willing to compete, like I was willing to die for every point. And that was just kind of to keep myself in the moment, because it's really easy for me to play, for me to think, oh, okay, I'm up a break. It's like I can do this, I can do that, and if I go up 2-1, then this will happen. If I go up 3-love, that'll be really good. Like I think a lot of these thoughts when I'm playing, and I'm sure that applies to a lot of tennis players as well. So I just found a mantra, I just kept saying it to myself, and it really helped me just stay present for every point. And my general plan here in the third set was just to move Sid around. Not so much get the ball in all the time, but just move him around. If there was a short ball, be really aggressive, get to the net like I just did there. And I was converting a lot more net points in the second set, so I was feeling a lot more confident in my net game by this point in the match. And there's Sid gifting me an unforced error. And so I don't know how much of it was a storyline I was making up, but I was thinking third set, it's been a long match so far, like over 2 hours I think. In my mind I was thinking Sid's got to be a little bit tired, so it's time for me to either raise my level or keep my level and see if the other person can keep it as well. It's a great approach shot by Sid, really jamming me in my backhand side. And a couple of loose errors from Sid. He's probably made more loose errors, I feel like, to start this third set than he did like all throughout maybe the first 2 sets. I might be exaggerating, but that's how it feels a little bit. And that's probably a combination of, you know, of the pressure of the momentum swing and a bit of fatigue. I will say as kind of like a personal playstyle / mentality is it kind of started from my basketball days. That's the sport I played growing up. Is I've always prided myself on my stamina. Oh, that's a great shot by Sid. Like, what an angle to pull me all the way off the court. So that is one thing I'm fairly confident in. Even in like basketball, that's how I feel like I got a competitive edge over people, is just being able to outwork them and kind of have that motor to keep going. So I feel like three set matches, you know, in my mind is, you know, I'm kind of thinking I can do this all day if I go into lockdown mode. You know, whether or not that's actually true is another story, but that's my mentality. Like, I do feel like I feel like the mental swings of the match affects me a lot more than the physical swings. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. Oh, and that's such a good pickup by Sid. Like, I thought I'd put some good spin on that approach slice, and he just picked it up so well and juiced the error out of me.
So can you reserve up?
This is quite a key game because you can see, like, Sid was, I feel like he was raising his level. You know, he sprayed a couple of balls, but he's constructed a few really nice points so far in this game. And it felt like if I got this, I'd be up a double break. 4-love, that's quite commanding. And if he wins it, you know, it's just a 1 break lead, and it's kind of still a very, very open set. Oh, and that was a tough one. Like, it was one of those ones that I just got it, like, it just sneaked over the net, and Sid was already there, and those shots are, like, to be honest, pretty hard to volley. And I think it just kind of spun weirdly off his racket. And there it is. Managed to get the break after that long game. Up 4-love. And, you know, as quickly as the momentum shifted to my side in the second set, I knew it could just flip back the other side. So I really, really tried to keep repeating, you know, those mantras that had been working for me during this run and not change my mindset. Oh, and that was a pretty good shot, I have to say. A dipping backhand to his feet. Put the double fault behind me. Next point. Let's go. Oh, the drop shot. Didn't really hit many drop shots. I feel like, especially when I play Sid, there's just not many chances to drop shot. Because there's not that many like floating balls that I can kind of really go for, and those are usually the balls that then I'll mix it up once in a while with a drop shot. And here I'm just being aggressive, coming to the net, and kind of inducing the error out of Sid. And here I feel like, you know, fantastic serve by Sid, and definitely a bit of nerves or a bit of pressure there, and a swinging backhand volley, like drive volley, is a difficult shot inherently. And great body serve jammed me up. Almost made that backhand return, would have been quite a nice angle. That's a good backhand. And, oh, shoot. That might have been one of the best points I played all matches, honestly. Like, hitting it with margin to both corners with decent quality. And then finish it off with that nice touch slice. And, pretty tough.
Wow.
And that's kind of a bit of a ridiculous last point. I just thought, I'm up 5-love, why not just go for it? And semi-shanked it. I don't know if the timing was what I intended, but hit a pretty sick winner off of it. But yeah, that's the match. Appreciate the match. That it's always a fun, epic battle, and stay tuned for the next match on the channel.